All right, we're here. Welcome to my podcast. I'm here with Stephen Black.
Thanks for having me, Tim.
Yeah, dude, you're in my apartment. We're in beautiful Chicago, wintry Chicago.
Yeah, I know, and it's like an odd day where it's actually kind of nice out.
How do you pronounce that word, Chicago?
Chicago?
Yeah, do you say it the way I say it?
I think I do. I say the chick. Like I really like lean into that Chicago. Like
Yeah, you're starting to develop the twang.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Chicago.
I didn't do it when I first came here, but I've started talking more ridiculous since I've
How
lived
did
in
you
Chicago.
used to say it?
Chicago.
Yeah, more like Chicago, like more like
Yeah.
West Coasty.
Yeah, Chicago.
Yeah, now we're in the,
Ago. It's like a real. I don't know.
we're in the Midwest.
Yeah, because the Midwest is just like a deformed Brooklyn accent. It kind of sounds like to me. I don't really know how to describe it.
I don't know enough about accents to give you the answer. I just know that Brooklyn is more like tough. And
Yeah.
Chicago's in the Midwest.
Well, like a polite. Yeah, I guess it is just a manners thing. Yeah.
It is, and also I think of Midwest as more Minnesota, like more like. But I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
They got that. Oh, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
how about that?
But I can't.
I don't mind.
I'm not good at accents. I'm not good at impersonations or whatever. Impressions.
Yeah.
Are you?
I mean, I can get into the flow of it and do some really funny ones, but I can't do them on command in a reliable way.
Because you're a comic.
Yeah.
We do comedy.
Yes.
We did in past tense comedy before it was shut down, before the lockdowns, as I call them.
Yeah. Before the end of like.
What do you
I
call
don't know,
it? The
Joy?
lockdown? What word? What phrase? What term do you use for this bullshit?
I guess. Yeah. Is it just quarantine time.
The time. You put a ring. You put wordplay into it.
I'm thinking about it now, man.
Quarantine.
Yeah, quarantine is what I would like to call it, I suppose.
That's cool. I just like calling it the lockdowns because it's more because it sounds authoritarian and it's edgier.
Well, it is like, they shut everything down, man. It is like an attempt at like, I don't know. This is definitely a trial run of them testing how much they can control a large group of the world, I guess.
They're going to say a trial run of Teslas. And I was like, hell yeah. A lot of good time to own a Tesla, dude. I mean, any time is a good time, but
yeah.
Sorry to change the subject.
As long as those batteries last, yeah.
The batteries are getting better, but they're not as good as I thought it would be because it was rated as 350 miles range, and I got the long range version, and I cannot comfortably go over like 150 miles before I get before I'm draining that battery, before it's like at 5%.
You got too many apps open, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just because if it's windy or something, there's like more drag resistance on the car.
Yeah.
Too, and if they're just saying that that's not on highway, that's on city. Only in the city can you get that range. Maybe. What do I know?
Yeah.
I just know I'm disappointed because I had to stop in all these shitty towns to charge. Like, what's a good example? Like
how many Armadillo, Texases did he stop in?
I thought you were gonna see how many. I thought you were asking how many armadillos did I see.
No, and I'm just kind of joking about name repetition. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple cities that sound like that, but I didn't go that far into Texas. I went to Austin, so I went through only the middle of Texas.
Okay, yeah.
Only cut it through that direction, and it's Texas. It still felt like Texas, obviously.
Yeah, Tim, you say you're moving to Texas.
I am probably locked into a contract where I kind of have to now. I kind of signed. I signed one of those fucking contracts to make an offer on a house, and I got accepted. So I guess that means I have to move there.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I said it was my primary residence, not an investor. So they expect me to physically live there. So it sucks, but hey, what can I say? I guess I'm moving to Texas.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Mid north to the mid south, yeah. Or it's not the mid south, middle of the south, but
it's just straight south, a little bit west, but it's mostly just south. And it's. Have you been to Texas?
My family reunion's in Texas on my mom's side.
It's a good place to meet.
Yeah, we go to like a small town called Rotan, Texas. It's just outside of Sweetwater.
Nice.
Which is like a little 50,000 person windmill town.
I haven't heard of either of those places, but they sound quaint.
yeah. I guess I shouldn't go into too much detail.
You could put the mic like very close if you want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you were doing fine, but
oh yeah. But if I'm not getting the same sound quality or register,
if you're on the same vibe, if you're like, yeah. Just a annoying thing that you as a podcaster that you tell guests that you interrupt them. It's just something that you have to do as a podcast producer or whatever I am. You have to interrupt the guest very often.
Oh yeah, well, and plus you got to keep us from being boring, you know. Like man, half of the shit I talked about, I was like, that is like pointless small talk.
Everything you said so far, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just I'm like, man, you know, we got to talk about big things. We got to talk about atoms, you know.
It does.
We got to talk about the universe.
It gets easier as you go along. I think it's good to just start with small stuff and then work your way to the big stuff, maybe. Unless you're like Harvey not Harvey. I fucked that part up. I've totally said it wrong. He gets that a lot, though. Not that guy.
The guy with the glasses?
He doesn't have glasses, but he's Eric Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. Eric Weinstein,
like super smart.
Been hearing good things about him. I heard something nice about him the other day.
And, yeah, I don't know. I brought him up because I guess he does go straight into the heavy shit when he goes on a podcast.
Oh, wait, is this Harvey Weinstein's brother?
No, it's a dude. It's two brothers. It's Dave. It's Eric and another one. His name escapes me, but they're super smart.
Oh, okay.
And they're part of they're part of like the intellectual dark web.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah.
Yeah, at least one of them is whatever. They're super, you know. Sometimes they just go straight. They cut through the bullshit and go straight to the heavy stuff.
Yeah, I use Safari. I've never been able to find the dark web so far.
Safari, yeah. It's not, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like Heart of Darkness. You know, you get deeper into the Congo. Yeah.
Have you been to the dark web? I guess we don't have to talk about that, but
I don't know.
Kind of don't really talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I guess I just feel like as a comic, you just gotta be honest and just reveal your life, even as illegal as it could be. But it's not a good idea, I guess.
Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah. But yeah,
You've told me wild tales, though.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I've got stories just from being, a grungy kid from Tucson. And, yes, I have parents who were fine and affluent. It's just, I don't know. All it takes is hanging with some junkies at your high school, and you end up in some pretty crazy scenarios.
How affluent are we talking? Do you want to put it?
Shoot. Growing up, my mom and my dad had a lot of money.
Idea.
Yeah, well, we're talking probably 3-4 million, like comfortable, living well.
You even put a number on that. Wow.
Yeah, but that's what it was before 2008, and then it tanked, and now they're just both cruising in some random hundred thousands of dollars range, and are like, figure out your own shit.
I ain't trying to count people's money or anything, but you talking income? Like, what are you talking, in the bank or income?
I don't know. Well, I mean, now we're getting too specific, but yeah.
I know, because you brought it up, because you said a number. It's like, well, what do you mean by that number?
Yeah.
Things that could mean. But anyway, never mind. The point is you had a nice childhood or something.
Yeah, I had a nice childhood,
Materially.
Like, I grew up, they told me we were well off enough, and then when I turned 18, they're like, we're not that well off. You got to figure out your own thing, which is
as soon as you turn 18?
Yeah, right when I turned 18.
So
I turned 18 in 2008,
What'd you do in 2008?
I turned 18.
And then what? What'd you do to get out to survive?
Well, I went to college, but I'm just saying the financial crisis happened, and my parents were just like, figure yourself out.
You're a college kid?
Yeah, I did the college kid thing for about 7 years. It took me like maybe 7 or 8 years to graduate college.
That's fine. What'd you get? I mean, I don't even know. I didn't go to college, so I don't even know how long it would have taken me. But you do seem like someone who went to college, but also somebody who survived college.
Yeah, certainly, because I'd say when I first went to college, I was like not ready for the social aspect of trying to party and go to school and stuff. I was like very ADHD, and my friends talked me into not taking my pills anymore. And, so I was just trying to function while thinking I'm like this genius and stuff, And but it only takes a few years off the Adderall before you realize, wow, everybody else was taking Adderall and they caught up to me. Like, I ain't such a genius no more.
Dude, a lot of smart people get diagnosed with ADHD.
Yeah.
And that's it's a pattern I've noticed, is that a lot of people that are good at something get diagnosed with some learning disability or something if they don't conform to the educational system.
Well, that's the thing, is like, I was bored in class because they weren't engaging me, and the reason they gave me the pills was because they took me to this like shrink where out front was this like really nice tree, like this. So the entire time I'm just like in his office, I'm just staring at this tree, and when I leave, I go and I climb it.
Right.
And they take that as me being ADHD, but I just didn't want to answer his questions. I just wanted to climb a tree.
That is such a good way to illustrate how mixed up, how dumb the system is for that particular diagnosis.
I was 6, but yeah.
We were 6? Holy shit, they diagnosed it that young.
Yeah, they could put you on the pills early. Yeah, my mom was all about
6?
it. Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I got put on them when I was like a little 10 or 11. I thought that was early enough. So they put you on speed, on amphetamine or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
6?
Totally. Yeah, 6 years old, yeah.
Damn.
And I used to be like kind of like a physical kid. I had a lot of friends. I'd get in fights and things. I never once got in a fight after they put me on Adderall.
Yeah, it does take away that part of your brain. Like, you don't go down that path. Like, it just straightens you out. In a physical, like, I'm straight now. But then you build a tolerance, and it's bad.
Oh yeah, you build a tolerance, you develop your own personality and stuff. I think it was just interesting because I appreciate what it did to my brain. It's at the end of the day, it gave me put me on a sonic intelligence level that I wouldn't have been on necessarily had I not had it. But it's its own detriment. Like, because I'd say socially, I felt like I was thinking twice as fast as all the other kids, so I never really got into like a good pocket socially.
Even social, yeah. So you were thinking, yeah, it's a weird thing to say, because what does that mean? Thinking socially ahead of, like, I guess I know what that means, but we'd have to explain that.
Yeah, well, it's just literally like if everybody else is just going, oh, I'm having a conversation with my friend about cheese, and I could say, you know what, I like this cheese, they like this cheese. But, it's like, I'd have that conversation with people, but I'd be thinking about like, well, what is the history of cheese, and what are the other things that are like odd about food? And then I'm just like, oh, let's talk about mold, Let's talk about whatever that curdling process that makes cheese is,
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking of something else.
Well, yeah, you're doing the same thing, man. You got the ADHD genius thing going yourself, buddy.
Whatever you call it, I definitely it fucks me up sometimes in conversation. But sorry, I was thinking about renting a theater.
Oh yeah. Hey, do you want to announce your mic right now?
Not really, because I kind of feel rude for totally missing what you just said. Can you say it again?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what I was talking about was the way that people have a conversation is like, some people have a conversation where they're very present in the conversation and they're just directly responding to what the other person's saying. But when you're on Adderall, you can like put like a little avatar of yourself in the conversation, and then you have this other part of your mind that's thinking of all these hundreds of things to say next,
right.
So you're just like trying to have this little filter man try to figure it out simultaneously, and then you like get lost and confused in the conversation, and it disconnects you from that same flow of the moment everybody else is in. So Adderall, while it makes you focus, it actually takes you out of the moment, because it allows you to work with this little mechanical man inside of you.
Well, I guess I don't want it then for driving. Like, you got to make a decision. You got
to... yeah.
Like, I like to be in the moment. I want to, like, navigate in real time, and, like, that's tough, especially in social contexts of, like, no, I'm going to just being a person who does not have that analytical part.
Yeah.
Yet is still confident and doesn't look back at it as like, that was dumb. Because I think it's possible. I mean, at least I would like to think that I could be my own person without feeling bad, without overanalyzing every move.
Oh, well, that's the thing. That's what being on one of those stimulants does.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a personality of a neurotic,
It's been a while since I've been on them, but last time I was on the Adderall, it's strong. That first day you do it, after
Mm-hmm.
you're not doing them, you get a nice, it just locks you into whatever you're doing, and just makes you be like so. You get pleasure out of like doing
Mm-hmm.
homework perfectly.
Oh, yeah.
Like putting a graph, like do yeah, I understand perfect.
Adderall is the only reason I passed college, man. Even though I wasn't like taking it anymore the way I was
Mhm.
supposed to.
Makes sense.
Every once in a while, it was just like, oh shoot, I got a final coming up. I need to take an Adderall. Like otherwise I wouldn't study.
It works. I mean, that's why kids use them. I mean,
Yeah.
biggest market, one of the biggest market or demographics is college kids
Mm-hmm.
using that.
Yeah, I learned how to do. I passed a Spanish oral test that I wasn't prepared for by doing like a 16-hour study sesh where I learned like the entire semester's worth of words
That's a lot.
and grammatical instructions to hold an actual conversation by pulling an all-nighter.
I do. Yeah, the all-nighter thing is something I can relate to. I did feel. I'm still kind of like that. I do all-nighters for a lot of things.
Yeah. Well, hey, I mean, sometimes you just got to burn the midnight oil and just get it done when you're on the flow of it.
I guess, but I'm definitely a midnight oiler. I just, my brain keeps me awake.
Yeah.
And that's part of being a creative person. I think is just it's hard to turn it off once it's turned on.
Oh yeah.
The creative flow or juices is whatever they call it.
Yeah, and plus, like, you got to ride that river, man, or ride that wave when it comes. You got to ride it when it's happening.
Yeah, you don't want to sleep through it. Yeah.
You don't want to sleep through it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're, I'm trying. I might get back into creativity at some point. I want to.
Like, Sylvester Stallone wrote the movie Rocky in 1 week.
I think I heard, yeah, and it was his. There's a lot of amazing facts about that movie. Like it was a very unpredicted hit or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, but I'm just saying, like, he self-made himself just by writing a whole movie like that.
Yeah. No, yeah, super impressed with that, and that was ages ago. There's been other examples of him or people like him getting.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so-called overnight success.
There's much better examples than Sylvester Stallone.
No, it's still a great example. I just want to be fair to the people watching and go, oh, you're quoting some white actor? What about that Key and Peele guy?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
which one? I just know how the... Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Jordan,
mm-hmm.
I guess, Peele. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know which is which, but that's why I didn't want to bring it up. Now I'm the racist, but I know my audience very well, and they don't like when I don't bring up racial things. So
yeah. Well, yeah. You gotta.
Colors everything.
Yeah. Like I would say that something interesting that like I don't think people talk about when it comes to race is if you listen to like what Native Americans and other people talk about, they talk about this like sacred tie to land and stuff like that of ancient peoples and ancient tribes and stuff like that. And one of the things we actually notice is that there is like a sort of sacred power to the ancestral homelands of a people. Like there is something experienced when like someone who's an African American goes back to Africa. They could have a spiritual experience just as a white person could go back to Europe and have like a sort of sacred spiritual experience.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's just true. If you're from, I mean, for my mom, she went back to Europe after having never gone there. And felt at home because it's like it's like a connection, but also she met her actual relatives too. She met her actual relatives in Italy.
Yeah.
And so I guess there was some real blood connection, deep blood whatever.
Uh-huh.
But for her, it was like the most spiritual or whatever you just said in her life.
Right. Yeah.
So there is some validity to that.
Yeah. Well, in a way, it's a reason, why it's like the people go, oh, there's something wrong about the whole American experiment of the sort of because this was land that should have been Native American civilization. if you looked at like what the sacred charting of the world is. But unfortunately, I don't know what's it called. The Europeans were the first ones to have more of this like autonomous philosophy, where it's like survival based thing. Because if you look at like China and other things, they didn't actually believe in expansion, and neither did India or some of these other civilizations. But once any civilization reaches that point where it decides it's going to start invading outwardly, like that's just how the world's going to be. Everybody's going to have to compete against each other until the power is stabilized.
I guess you're right. I never thought about that. Yeah, it's a chain effect, and the world is just it's self-contained thing. So yeah, you got to defend it if that's happening in the world.
Yeah, you're
either
like you can't ignore it if they're coming to your wall,
sink or swim,
your door. Yeah.
And that's just the unfortunate reality of the universe, or of this world. We can't just jump to another planet.
Yeah. No, yeah. At the end of the day, we found out it is actually a confined globe, unfortunately.
That when you put it that way, it makes you feel so stuck or trapped in a tiny... I hope not. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, man. It's all like we all have access to a certain amount of this sandbox.
Do you think Mars is just a disk in this? Is just like a... figment is just like an artificial do you believe in Mars as another place we could visit?
I do think it's something you can go to and land on. What the mechanisms of the simulation are, I don't know.
Of the whole universe? How big is the universe? How
like,
big is the whole universe in your mind? You're not a flat earther is what I'm asking.
No, I'm not a flat earther. Okay. The universe is infinite many times over.
Okay, we're on that's my background as well. My view as well.
Yeah, so but maybe there's a multiverse, and maybe Jesus is nicer than most of them. I don't know how.
Well, Jesus is there in everyone, yeah, right. He's in all of the universe, all of the multiverses. Yeah. There's a Jesus everywhere. Yeah, who knows? It's weird to imagine a universe without Jesus in it, but yeah,
in most of the multiverses, he's a good guy.
In most of the, yeah, it's hard to say if there's endless multiverses, universes, whatever you want to say.
Well, yeah, I mean, if human choice is real, and maybe every time there is a moment of choice, that's when a split occurs.
Oh, a split.
Like, for possibilities or potential, like...
Yeah.
Like how many...
right, I've heard this theory, yeah.
Yeah, so at every point that there's a different decision that can happen on the multi-level, multi-layer plane of different, possible existences... Like, it's just an infinitely sprawling... Like, the universe is like water. It's everywhere and nowhere, and it's flowing, and it's not,
Wow. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean...
I think Futurama touched on that subject in some way.
Oh, yeah, totally. Futurama gets all the credit for reading 1950s science fiction and taking all the ideas.
Gotcha. Yeah, condensing it down for an audience.
Totally. What they did was very impressive. I'm a fan of Matt Groening and his exposing of
the
American people to nerd culture.
He gets enough nerd fame credit. Yeah. I'm not that big of a fan.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, he's no Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. That's the one that I was going to bring up because it's everyone is either a fan at this point or not. Like, you have to decide if he's done a lot to the point where he's affected my life so much that I have to be a fan, but also doesn't mean I love him.
Right.
Yeah. I like reading criticism against him,
Yeah. Well, because at the end of the day, he's literally is what he is. He's just a tech millionaire who happens to be or billionaire, who's into what's it called? AI. He's into this. He's into rockets. He's into Wi-Fi around the world. He's just like he did the electric car. He's like, I don't know.
All I know is he mentioned Dogecoin. I don't know.
Dogecoin.
I don't know any of that other shit.
Oh yeah, well his shenanigans with Grimes, man, are like really pretty funny.
What does that mean? Shenanigans.
Oh, it's just him and Grimes are clearly just on like a bunch of psychedelics, and he's just fucking around, and it's all working out because he's treating this billionaire thing like I'm just a fucking rock star, and it turns out that was the equation the whole time, and he just made himself the richest man in the world for a few weeks. What? Like, Elon Musk should not have been that wealthy.
So wait, you're saying he does psychedelics regularly and openly, like? How do you know?
Yeah, I'd say somewhat he is doing psychedelics openly with Grimes. There are stories floating around.
Oh, you just have stories flowing. Yeah, cool. Who cares? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Like I'm pretty sure Elon Musk is doing acid maybe twice a year. Nothing too crazy.
Seems reasonable and also hard not to if you're that rich.
Yeah.
And that power. You have that much. Like, what else do you do?
What else do you
Just
do?
read a book?
I mean, he's got an indie rock star girlfriend. I don't know. They're gonna get weird for a while.
Does he have his own private jets? I would imagine so. I mean,
He's got his own private spaceship.
Right, definitely has that. So he probably has a couple. Yeah.
Wait, that's a good question. Has Elon Musk himself gone to space? I feel like he's been too afraid to do it.
Dude. I don't care. Even who cares? But I just do like I just read. I do read criticism towards him and people.
Oh, did you see that debate between him and Jack Ma, like the Chinese billionaire?
Was it a debate?
Not really. It was like a conversation.
It was just him making looks at how dumb, like making him look dumb.
Yeah, I know Jack Ma came off as an idiot, which is partly the language barrier, right. But it's also like he just.
I would be an idiot too, so I don't. Yeah, I don't care. I don't judge the Jack Ma.
Yeah, no, yeah. Is he alive or something? I heard he disappeared. Did they find him again?
Jack Ma.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I think he has enough money where he's doing fine.
Yeah. Because he was on that yacht with Steve Bannon.
Okay.
When he got arrested.
I haven't heard all this.
Oh yeah.
Bannon is he locked up right now?
Oh, actually no. Well, he got pardoned
Didn't
by
he get
Trump.
Pardoned? Yeah,
he got pardoned.
That's right.
But the Manhattan, what's it called? New York passed a law last year that they can ignore presidential pardons.
Fucking New York.
So they're gonna try to prosecute him anyway.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, that's what happens if you're a high-profile Trump guy.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
What can I say?
I mean, I don't know. People made it. Those liberals made it pretty clear that they hate that man beyond all passion, and if he's put in office, they'll freak out.
They hate him more than Hitler hated Jews. They hated him more. They hate him more than whites hate any other race.
Yeah.
I can't think of a better example of hatred especially just towards one person.
Yeah, more than sad boys hate themselves.
Sad boys? Oh, they are not. They have no personalities to even. Nah, they hate Trump too. Sad boys hate Trump just as much.
Oh yeah, that's right. They hate Trump more than themselves even.
So that makes sense. They developed a whole existence around it. So that makes sense when you put it that way.
Yeah, what's up with Joe Biden? Is he all right? Like, he seems like he's trying to have a positive attitude.
He has a good smile, He looks very chipper and positive. He's tall.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's just like, you know what? I'm a tall man. I'm gonna be president someday. Like, you just knew. He's like, I'm the perfect height with this perfect smile.
Yeah, so I got nothing bad to say about him. I don't follow politics unless I'm defending something Trump did. So
yeah. But dude,
the ball. Yeah, the spotlight's not on me. I don't got the ball right now. The ball is in other people's hands.
Yeah, the ball's in the Democrats' court.
Yeah, so I'm checked out.
Yeah.
Donating my stimulus check.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if there is. Is there a new one coming out?
It's actually you should
donate it to BLM, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I understand where they're coming from. I was just the other day I was watching I watched Chirac by Spike Lee. It's like a musical set in Chicago, and or like a rap musical. But I mean, I don't know. I get the point they're making about the Black Lives Matter. Nobody should feel intimidated by cops like that. But that's all just. Is
that what they're saying? Nobody? Sure, I thought they were just saying it's about black people.
Well, I don't know. They're pretty upset.
I'm still intimidated by cops.
Oh, I'm very afraid of cops myself as well.
Am I supposed to be intimidated by them?
I don't know. My mom always raised me. She said, "Steven, cops are not your friends."
That's a general rule of thumb.
Yeah, that's what my mom always said.
Definitely not your friend, and
yeah, they're not out to be nice to you. like
some are definitely more helpful than others, but they're not there to do that. They're not really there to help you.
No, I don't know. They just have a terrible attitude.
Firefighters are there to help you. Seems more.
I don't know, man. You know, I hate firefighters.
You're
Like new hot take. Firefighters are lame.
I know you don't hear that though.
Yeah, nobody has an anti-firefighter stance.
That would be controversial. People still have rosy outlook on firefighters since 9/11, I think.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, I think it's about time we cancel firefighters.
Like, I mean, I like them. Like, to be honest, not to step on your bit.
But I know. I'm just like, not making any sense. There's nothing bad to say about firefighters. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'm trying to do a bit of my own. It's like, no, I'm pro fire. All right, that's stupid.
Well, you know, like, example about firefighters being dicks. Like, you know, after 9/11, like, you know, all those firefighters died in the buildings. So there's all these like widows who get paid by the city of New York, like millions of dollars in payouts. You know, just because of their husband died, kind of thing.
Still, they get that much?
there were documented hundreds of cases of other firefighters who lived divorcing their wives and then marrying the widows of the other firefighters.
Do they still get the money?
Yeah, exactly. So like these firefighters were divorcing their wives to go marry the rich widows of their friends who had died.
Okay, that's a little bit of a sketchy thing to do. You know, morally, that's a pretty
like there were documented hundreds of
gray area.
Like a lot of this happened. You know. I wouldn't have any sources, and maybe they covered it up by now. But I remember reading
it. It sounds like there's at least a few cases maybe that's probably could be substantiated.
Just sounds like maybe it's not hundreds. You know, I don't know. Like that's probably random of me to say.
I don't just believe everything without evidence unless it is fun to believe. You know.
Yeah, that's exactly that. It's a very fun, dismal fact.
It's a fun, dismal thing to believe. If there was, there could be like a reality, not a reality show, but a drama about it. A mini series, or a series that's a drama.
Oh yeah. They had that one show, Rescue Me.
I was at about that.
Firefighters, just being drug addicts.
That's cool. I didn't watch it because just didn't seem like my cup of tea. But
no. Yeah, no, I'm not my type of thing. But you know.
Fuck yeah, Dennis Leary or whatever.
Right.
So we talked about the Tesla. I like to drive comics in it.
Oh yeah, man.
What did you think about it?
I honestly, dude, the Tesla was sweet. It was clean. I loved the black and white interior. Like, I thought that was very like clean and very. It
was an extra $1,000 just for that.
Well, I mean, $1,000 well spent. You know that.
Cool.
Yeah, I definitely dug the. It was just kind of slick. You didn't really get to test the speed too much on the Lakeshore Drive, but it seemed like a smooth ride all around.
I did my best. Yeah, it's unfortunate that we live in a high traffic city. That's what sucks about cities is the traffic. Like, if you like driving, gotta find the best place to. I like driving, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that in a congested area.
Yeah,
it sucks, dude. So Elon, fix that, please.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know. Maybe like I was thinking maybe we could switch to like zip lines. You know, like
as long as I don't fuck up my back. As long as I don't have to use as long as I have a support that just holds my entire body.
Yeah, like it's like you sit in an egg.
Yeah, then that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zip lines, yeah.
Because all it has to do is elevate you up, and that's like a pretty minimal amount of energy.
I don't see the problem. It's just super dangerous. That's it. Like, it just seems sketchy to do for public transit.
For
private transit.
The skyline would be nothing but wires.
Yeah, that's why they probably haven't done it yet. But who knows? They should at least have a couple. I mean,
Like,
from the Sears Tower to the north side of the room, there's a couple.
Yeah.
But infrastructure-wise, it's not. No cities. I haven't been to that many cities, so I don't know how good driving is in other ones. But anyway,
you know what they need to do is they need to have individual like. Almost like motorcycles, but a little safer. Like everyone should be driving a tiny little cart.
I was thinking if Tesla was going to put out a motorcycle, and that'd be kind of, they'd be cool. But the thing about Teslas is you don't have to be a good driver to drive them.
Yeah.
Because it warns you when you're being a bad driver.
Mm-hmm.
And so a motorcycle, you can only make that so safe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not for the average person, but maybe it will be.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, they could do like a little 4-wheeled motorcycle.
That'd be fine. I guess it wouldn't appeal to me because I want it to look like a motorcycle. Maybe,
or
but
be just someone
no,
driving a hybrid.
yeah, but there's no way I'm getting a real motorcycle. I'm just not that good on the road. And just like we were saying earlier, with making making in moment decisions.
Oh yeah.
On a motorcycle, you gotta make flash decisions that could lead to life or death.
Yeah. It can be life or death pretty quick on a motorcycle. My parents were always like, Steven, you got a tattoo or you got a motorcycle, we disown you.
Yeah, that's a good phrase. They must have said that at least a lot.
Yeah, definitely. So currently, no tattoos and no motorcycle, ma. The
tattoos I could live with. I could do without. I don't. It's becoming too commonplace where it's no longer cool to have tattoos. Everyone has like every regular girl and boy now. Not it's just a badge of like, look at me, I'm trying to be different. But everyone does. I didn't realize everyone does that. No, I'm just conforming.
I'm just a conformist.
Yeah, I love when people are thinking. I love when people do that.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, like someone will get a tattoo, but they're like, I really want this. I want a tattoo, but I don't want it to say anything. Can I just get an infinity symbol right here?
Yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, you could do that, yeah.
I'm just, that's why I don't have any, because I know it would just be hard to be rich. I would get over. That's why everyone who doesn't have tattoos doesn't have tattoos. It looks tacky to me. Not for everybody. If you're famous, you could have them.
Right, yeah, or if like you're in prison,
Oh, that's I mean, I guess depends what prison. If you're a white collar criminal, you still have a chance to get your life back together. So I would say no.
Okay, don't do it just yet.
If you're super famous, you get any tattoo you want. It just works for some reason. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a flaming hot Cheeto on my cheek here.
Yeah.
I really love those flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah, flaming hot Cheetos. They're good. They're definitely good.
I think I might get a limon over here.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Diet or pop soda. Do you say soda or pop?
I say I definitely say soda.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I would have guessed. Pop is very Midwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, most of my sayings come from a mix of like my parents. My mom was from Arkansas. My dad's from Florida, and then they both lived in Utah. So
a Bible Belt.
Yeah. Yeah. They got the extra Bible there.
I guess so. They went from the Bible Belt to the Bible State.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Utah. Yeah, I would go there. Not just because it's white.
Yeah.
Because women.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I would join a church. I would join. Not Mormon.
No, they make you.
Yeah, I would not even mess with the Mormons because they would make me join, and
they don't stop bringing you bread every day.
Is that
and
a problem?
You just feel guilty.
Is that hard to fake that religion? Do you think? How many people join just to get
the free bread?
Yeah.
I mean, probably most of them, they're just like, gosh, these people keep giving me food. I guess I got to join the
bread,
church.
that's it? That's the only perk?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the perks about stop there. You start paying out after that.
Okay.
Oh, but business, what's it called? Like Mormons look out for each other business-wise. That's why like all Mormons are like financially pretty well off.
Yeah, it seems like there's more perks. Like if once that's why people join. It's like, I guess the only thing wrong with her is she's Mormon. So they think about converting, and I would think about it.
Yeah, and then it's a whole can of worms. You're like, oh shit, I gotta wear this special underwear now. I mean, I don't know. Mormons are cool. I got nothing against. Other than just the concept of it, I mean, I think it's just like it just shows how easy it is to, like, if someone's a genius, they could make a new Bible. Like Joseph Smith probably was arguably a genius.
Oh yeah, it takes some form of genius just to get that big of a following that lasts after your death. I think. I mean, hey, I'm just giving him credit where credit's due. I guess.
Hey, like if he wasn't assassinated when he was, like,
yeah.
he might have been president.
And that made a martyr out of him too. So, who knows? If he'd survived.
Yeah, because he was running for president when he got
could have
assassinated.
just turned into a failure or something. But
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
To start a religion, you kind of have to be dead at the right time. You have to die. You have to be assassinated.
Oh yeah. You're right. It has to happen before you fuck up too hard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to age like John Lennon, for example,
Yeah,
died at the perfect time.
Oh yeah.
So he'll forever.
Although I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm still hearing like these post millennials try to cancel John Lennon sometimes. Going,
oh, me
I hear
too.
he was mean to his first wife.
Me too. But if you're a music fan, musically, he's one of the best and one of the most. It's influential, and also what he contributed to music. Sorry.
Undeniable, yeah.
You can't deny that. And same with Michael Jackson. He should be canceled, probably.
Allegedly. Oh yeah, I watched that Finding Neverland. I'm pretty convinced.
Right, he was creepy.
Yeah,
for sure.
But yeah, it's just one of those things. Tough to get rid of that influence and that music, and people don't want to hear about that stuff. It's just you can't.
I don't like to, but it's reality. You gotta take it as it is.
Yeah,
it's not for kids.
Yeah, because what's it called? They're like Woody Allen is another thing. Where we probably.
Oh yeah, I was talking about him last night. Yeah.
Yeah, because he well, the new documentary is coming out about him, and whether I don't know about all the Pharaoh stuff. Like, he's probably guilty just from the circumstantial evidence of him having married the stepdaughter thing. To be honest, like, for him to marry her when she's like 18 or 19, that means they were like hooking up when she was like younger.
Yeah, no,
than
definitely
18.
Seems like there's some evidence. Yeah, that was creepy for sure. There's like some evidence there that is creepy.
Some evidence, But does that make it so we have to get rid of like movies like Manhattan or Annie Hall?
Yeah, that's the debate. That's the debate in today's world.
Yeah, because I mean, both of those are solid movies and definitely influential and definitely captured what was the feel of artsy New York style cinema.
It's retarded. It's dumb though, because pretty much every artist in any generation, going back to since art formed, there's no way they none of them are creepy. So we have to cancel Michelangelo, Da Vinci. Like, it doesn't end.
Oh well, I mean, heck yeah. If you go back to anyone even before 1950, I mean, shit.
You think Da Vinci wasn't going around grabbing ass? Like, you think these Socrates was not feeling up? Come on, dude.
Oh, I mean, Socrates was like, bring me your young boys.
Yeah, of course we would have to cancel him if we knew everything he did. We don't even know what he looked like. Plato.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't written that down.
So that's my argument for why. It's stupid to delete art by creepy people, because everyone's creepy. There's nobody who's not creepy, and everyone has skeletons unless you're just some boring church lady. There's some out there, but then again, that's different because you probably haven't done anything cool. But there's exceptions. Some people have clean records that are also artistic. But come on.
Yeah.
Universe, I don't know. The one, we wouldn't have. You just can't cancel art or delete art.
Yeah, no, definitely. There wouldn't be any art left if you,
yeah.
Only if you only let the saints make art, it would all be like Catholic bullshit art.
And it usually is the best art. Like, it's not just some of the art; it's usually the best art that correlates with creepy behavior. And I'm sorry that's how the world works, but.
I mean, you could
experiment.
You could make an argument for that. I mean, I could see the examples. A few of them at least.
On a cosmic level, like, the reason we're all here is to experiment. So there's going to be bad experiments. There's going to be bad results.
Yeah, like because like that's what a baby is. It's like testing the range of its existence. It's like how far does my arm go? Like how much strength do I have? How far can I walk?
Yep. I'm not even looking at the individual. I'm looking at humanity as a experiment. There's going to be some bad things that happen, but what is bad in the end if we're all once we're removed from it? I don't know. I'm trying to deconstruct morality as a concept and say, no, it's all relative.
Yeah, because you have to look at morality as both in context of like what it is without a God and what it is with a God, and then what is it just in terms of individual, like how does because you got all these approaches. You could be Kantian, you could be utilitarian, you could be like Nietzschean,
Yeah, that's philosophy. That's it, and it's all... Not all, but a lot of it's debatable.
Yeah.
Philosophy, there's different philosophies for everything. Like parenting,
Yeah, the Greeks thought it was weird that this other group of people would eat their dead, but the other people thought it was weird that the Greeks would burn their dead.
Right.
So neither is right.
That's a weird example, though. I would go, geez, eating the dead. Oh, man.
Yeah, if that's what you believe in, though, it's not necessarily...
It's an extreme example that just I obviously react to, but that's because I have Western values.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but, shit. We do eat animals.
Yeah.
And, I see nothing wrong with that, so...
yeah. And humans, in a way, are like an animal.
I guess it's not that different. It's not that bad, but
the humans, the other chicken.
Do you eat animals? Are you vegetarian?
No, I ate like 3 types of animals for lunch.
That's good.
Today.
Good to hear. Not that I encourage. I just glad I'm not in a territory. I'm glad I don't have to defend it. Basically.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Yeah. I think morally it's like wrong to eat animals, but I don't know. It's just pretty damn trippy to me that literally we're in like a giant simulation where like a lion will eat like something like a buffalo. It's just like both those things are mammals, and it's a conscious being that's just biting and eating the flesh, the literal flesh of another creature. That's what it means to have flesh. That means it's like a consumable. It's a source of energy.
Shit, it definitely is, and we wouldn't have gotten here without that function of biology, and it's true. And survival and the environment. The environment. We're the product of our environment, and we wouldn't have got here without biting into other things' rib cages.
Totally.
And so there you go. That's the defense. That's the argument for eating meat to this day.
Yeah. Like the only argument I could think of for like not eating meat would be like maybe if we all stopped eating meat, we'd become telepathic. Like
that's your theory?
That's
your
my
hypothesis?
Theory. Yeah. Like
cool.
That's something I'll throw out there. Like maybe if we all stopped eating meat, we could start reading each other's minds because we wouldn't have this like conflicting soul energy of the meat spirits.
I think we'll get there. Maybe not from that, but with some form of technology.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that much. I think we'll get to godlike places, but with technology.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the technology was definitely going to bring us pretty close to like the Wi-Fi hive mind kind of thing.
That's one thing, yeah. Hive mind, which is weird. That's a weird, like an internet of minds.
Yeah, but like there's still going to be the entity self, that's separate from other selves, like even if we are in the internet and we're like, because like I don't think it's actually possible to turn everybody into these like independent ants, who are all part of this one person's bigger vision.
Independent ants. That sounds contradictory.
Yeah, or like are codependent. It's like they're codependent to the point that they no longer have an individuality.
Right.
And you see some types of that type of philosophy maybe in like, like in China, they have less of a belief in individuality and they think more of the individual in terms of society being inescapable of it. Whereas the Western perspective is that, no, we're autonomous units that make up the whole. It's like we're each individual bricks. Whereas they see it more as like there's no wall without all the bricks,
Got it. I got it. So that's the difference between Eastern and Western culture.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a community, like autonomous individuals running a community versus a community running indivibles.
Mm-hmm. I like to feel autonomous. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, hey,
I don't
man,
like
that's why we like. That's why I'm still for supporting some level of the American experiment to continue.
Some form of it, yeah.
Some form of
That'd be
it,
nice. A vestige,
some freedom some land of freedom of speech, like still being a thing. I think.
Shit.
At least somewhere in the world, we gotta defend it somewhere, or it could be gone forever.
Well, I am moving to Texas, and that's a very independent-minded state. That's why they had the power grid problems a couple weeks ago, and I was there during that. And it was fine. I got lucky with the power because I was staying in a place where they just didn't have a problem with it. But so anyway, it's Texas. Yeah, that's gonna be the.
Oh yeah, hey, that might be the land for the battle.
Literally, and yeah, you might be even talking like a real battle.
yeah. Hopefully not, but probably
like a Waco, but the whole state, like against.
Yeah.
That'll suck, and they don't have. Yeah, hopefully I'll survive that.
Yeah, we'll call it Woco.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not far off. The woke mob versus the constitutional racists.
Yeah.
The South, which is just anyone who's not for the North or whatever. I don't want there to be another. I don't want to fight. I just want them. Yeah, I hope everybody gets along. We will have to start a new country. Just peace. Can we do it peacefully? I mean, can we just set up a border around Texas?
Oh, no, man. The Union will come down on you.
You're right. You're kind of right.
No, just because of the Abraham Lincoln tradition,
It's a lot of surrounding enemy, I guess. But come on, we got to work out a deal. Yeah, we can't just have hostility.
Yeah.
Forever.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's say, what if, Oregon and Texas go independent at the same time? Maybe we can try it on a couple states. We'll try it on.
Right.
Make it equal, a liberal...
equal power. Then that's confusing because we have the intermediary section that has most of the military still. It's so complicated. But we'll figure it out. Joe Rogan will figure it out. Whatever he says is what goes.
He could become president. If he wants to.
It's definitely possible. He's got the fans.
Yeah. Although I'm not gonna lie, man, it might be Dwayne The Rock Johnson, man. Like Dwayne,
it could be him.
Like he's about to run for president.
Is he?
It's gonna get more real than people think.
Are you just predicting that, or has it been confirmed?
No, he's talking about it. He's gonna do it. Like, dude, I'm telling you, man. After the Trump era, the chances of a Rock presidency are very high.
The problem is I don't know.
That one makes the most sense.
I don't even know much about his personality, and that's the only reason I don't know if I would support him or not.
I don't even know if he's liberal or conservative.
I think he would be liberal.
Okay, yeah.
He would be the macho answer to.
I smell what he's cooking then.
Oh yeah, I mean, come on, he'd be losing so many of his supporters or his fans. If he didn't go that way. If you're on Disney movies, you gotta be liberal.
I just didn't know because of the wrestling background, but that can go both ways.
If I'm wrong, I'll eat my words, but just my prediction. And then I don't mind I would vote for a Democrat again if they have balls.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's what every conservative probably says. They go, if they got balls, I'll vote for them. So far, my 30 years, haven't seen one. But
I'm just waiting for an anti-war Democrat.
Exactly.
They are
don't remind.
I don't know what both Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton
use that power. Got to pull those levers.
We got to show Russia. We got to show these guys. We got to show this. We got to show that. And I'm like, can we not though? I mean, that's war. That's blowing up people.
Yeah, I don't support that. To be honest, unless it's defensive, unless it's totally.
Well, technically, it is a thing. You gotta keep drawing. You gotta draw the line somewhere.
You do
have all these little dictators wanting to be little Hitlers.
Right. Yeah.
You do gotta draw lines, and you do gotta blow up some buildings. as
right.
president.
But obviously, I do lean.
You got to drone. You got to do a little droning. You know,
a little droning, defensive droning.
A little defensive droning. You know,
someone throws a missile into our borders, we flick it away.
Yeah,
and we go, hey,
get out of here.
Don't do that again. Like that's what Trump did, right? Or something like that.
Well,
he killed the dude. The general killed the general.
Yeah, I mean, which I was like pissed about at the time, but I was relieved that no war occurred.
Exactly. I mean, and that was a high profile target who was the bad. I mean, I thought he was.
Yeah, it seemed like that one seemed to work out. Like that seemed to be just. Yeah, I don't know the enough. Full. But
it's the details of the matter, like what that guy did to deserve it. Blah, blah.
We'll see what Iran does in the meantime. But yeah, I don't know. That guy was just like. He was there like rock star. Did you see him? He looked like a movie star.
Yeah, I think
like he had like a silver fox kind of look to him.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, so it was kind. I got it. It was
like he was just very much so like a celebrity type thing for them, or like celebrity general.
Well, it's sad that they lost a celebrity. Yeah, never mind what he did. Never mind the atrocities.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, he committed a lot of those.
I get why,
but he was still a hero of the people.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
And so if a country starts throwing missiles at us, we gotta assert our dom. We gotta say, don't do it again. Give them a warning.
Yeah.
Unless there's casual, like you gotta be measured in your responses.
Yeah.
So I don't know who would be good at that.
I don't know. I mean, Biden just did his Syria strike.
I don't know.
Yesterday
I know. That's what I know.
Yeah, it's like just kind of makes it fresh again, and.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he did or he signed off. I mean, it's I don't think that was his decision.
Oh,
I think somebody just said, okay, we're doing this. Tell the old man. He had his little signature finger working.
Here, you guys, remember, Joe, you got to slap down the stamp. He's like,
oh, his hand is probably so sore. Can you imagine? Here, late 70s. Like, another one.
Another one. Just stamp.
Stamp. Rubber stamp. Yep. Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad job or anything. I am proud of him for defeating Trump.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Good for him, and good for him for committing to the character of good sportsmanship. Like every single one of his speeches, the theme is pretty much, let's come on, guys, let's be a good sport.
I didn't even realize he was still doing speeches. To be honest, I've been off YouTube. I guess they're still putting out funny clips of him. Like,
no, he's pretty much well put away. But whenever he comes out with like a statement or something, it's always of that sort of like I'm a president for everybody kind of demeanor, and everybody takes this bullshit, but it's still like. It's kind of nice to hear that again, I guess.
Hey, I don't mind. I guess I see through it so much that I know it's just fodder. But the people who feel warm and fuzzy inside, I'm not going to take that away from them.
It's kind of nice. I feel really good about this neutral president.
Yeah, I don't mind. I mean, neutral. I mean, stuff. Whatever. I just don't have a problem with other people enjoying the victory. If they want to call it that. Because I didn't enjoy I don't care who won. I mean, I didn't care last time, and this time I was like, you don't want to put so much stock into that mental fatigue and all that. It was a fun ride.
Yeah, it was interesting. That was like the biggest thing on TV last year. That and COVID-19.
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 That's a long 19. They should call it something. I mean, I get it that's the year it came out, but wow, it's been a long year and a half, whatever. Almost not even a year. But going on. It's only been a year since that thing became mainstream or whatever.
Yeah, you know what? That branding's gonna get old pretty quick.
Well, they just call it COVID. They just call it the virus. Like, oh man, you have a virus, not the virus, but yes, I'm a little bit sick. I have I'm a science. I like science.
Yeah.
So I think it's real. But I'm not living my life in an igloo. I'm not living in a bunker because of it.
Yeah. No. I mean, I definitely it was in a cocoon for most of this thing, but
yeah, me too. But I also still got it though. I'm pretty sure I had COVID. And even though I was in a bunker.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got it early. I feel like I got it last like February before they were like announcing
Pretty
it.
much every comic has probably gotten it, but and pretty much every comic out probably.
Because I remember I got sick right after because I had strep throat and then I got sick again, like a week after I was good, and it was just like a weird kind of feverish coughing thing, and I don't know.
Exactly, yeah.
So maybe that was the COVID.
I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to know for sure. I don't know if I got the antibodies, and they say even if you had it, if it was like a not so severe case, yeah, you should probably get the antibodies again. I don't even want. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a few weeks on. I'm gonna wait until way after I'm eligible to even consider getting that thing. I don't need it. I just don't feel like I need it.
Oh yeah, well they're saying now that there's some people who are getting like getting a lot of hair loss. Post-COVID, yeah.
Wait, post-COVID, not vaccine.
No. Yeah, people post-COVID. There's
hair loss. New symptom.
Hair loss is the new one.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. There you go. If you were worried about your hair before, just wait till you get COVID.
It is scary. I guess it is a real thing to consider. Obviously, I get why people are kind of afraid of it, but
it might just be stress. Though it's a stressful year.
It is a stressful year, and that's obviously could be the reason. And I'm just saying, I don't feel like I need the vaccine. I'm not a top concern, to get it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll. My mom wants me to get the vaccine, so I would do it for my mom, maybe.
For your mom. Yeah, same with me. My mom kind of suggests that it would probably be a good idea, but I just don't see it as a high risk. I'm not in a high risk group. Mm-hmm. And getting it again would not be the end of the world. It's just not as convenient.
How safe can a vaccine really be if it comes out within a year? I mean, hopefully safe enough. And I can see them getting one if it was like a worser virus. But it's just right at that level of virus where I don't know if it's quite bad enough that I want to get the vaccine.
That's why I feel like it doesn't hurt to wait a bit.
Yeah, wait a bit.
If you're not in a high risk group, don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch, dude.
I'm waiting and I'm gonna wait till they tell me it's appropriate, and then I'll go, maybe I should just have
and
it now.
Who's they? Like my top source for when to take it is 4chan.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, wait for the Johnson & Johnson. It's only one shot, and it's better. It's more standard than the other one. Oh, dude, 4chan. You're gonna get a very biased, but at least they are the most skeptical. Mm-hmm. And if they're the most skeptical, I don't know. It's hard to find.
Then you like your odds better,
It's hard to find it.
There's more criticism.
It's hard to find science that's anti-mainstream, whatever the mainstream news pushes. There's more science, I think, in the world. It's just not as popular because of mainstream sources don't pick it up.
Yeah.
For some reason. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, yeah. Well, the mainstream news maintains a narrative for this overall condition of behavior.
Exactly. There's a narrative. So
ideology. They just want. But is it an evil narrative? Not necessarily. They mostly don't want us to riot. They don't want us.
I don't know what they want. They just want money. They just like any other business. They just want clicks.
They want stability, and they also want to screw over whoever they're competing with. So that's the reason it doesn't add up all the time.
Well, the thing, I get it. Like, as soon as you see a trending topic, you want to churn out an article, and then you'll get on the top of Google, and you'll get clicks, and you'll make money. It's simple. It's a simple business model.
I mean, CNN puts out articles with typos all over the place. If you read Fox News or anything,
churn them out.
They're just the second the news hits, they're like, oh my gosh, Lady Gaga's dogs are recovered. Dude, you got to put it out.
People click. It's all about trending, just whatever's being talked about. You can't just pull up some obscure thing and be like, okay, here's news. No. Yeah. That's not what news is. News is what people are talking about.
Yeah.
And whatever happened, like, oh, there's a big accident on this street. People are talking about that shit. People that talk about it, they won't make the news.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, dude, there's a huge pile-up. Did you hear about it? No. Who cares, dude? No one cares about pile-ups.
Yeah, that's old news. That's old style news. Heck,
people care.
Yeah, give me a house that blows up. Give me.
Yeah, but who decides what's news? Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, man. They don't give us the same type of quirky news like they used to. Like in the late '90s and mid-aughts and stuff. Like all the news was like neat ways people were murdered or whatever. They're
There's
like,
no quirky news.
All this horrible.
Wait, there's zero exactly.
A guy died from like a garbage can falling off of a roof.
Exactly. There's no quirky nothing.
They don't tell us all. They don't tell us all the quirky death stories anymore.
Because they realized what ratings, that there's such a thing as ratings, and then it got commercialized.
Well, it used to be what the rating was. That used to give them ratings, but then I don't know. I guess people are just like, no more, which is a good thing. I'm actually glad that America overall outgrew wanting to see death all over the news.
Right, and also the news is automated now. Like YouTube, it just generates its own news based on trends and algorithms. So there's no need for a person to really even write an article. It helps. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
People do like to consume that way by articles, but YouTube just automatically compiles the best videos in real time.
Yeah, no, they do it quick these days.
So that's why news outlets are suffering. They have to compete with that shit. They're getting techno filed out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like a beaver. Yeah, they're getting chewed out by robots.
Well, yeah, and everybody just finds their favorite news influencer, and in a way, they're learning better stuff than they were from cable news. I do like the independent, news approach.
I can't reach it. Never
that
mind.
People are getting.
I was gonna turn off the air conditioner because I got the air conditioner on. There's no need for it. Anyway,
yeah.
So we're about an hour in.
Oh yeah. You want to take a break?
Yeah. Before we go, I'm just gonna say, I'm starting a mic.
Oh yeah.
I am single-handedly bringing back stand-up comedy in Chicago by renting out a fucking theater. And it's 40% capacity. This will be out by the time it's already over, probably. So there's no point in talking about it. But unless you want, who cares? No, I probably will put this up.
Yeah.
No, fuck it. I am putting this out as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, totally, man.
This Saturday, I'm doing a mic in a theater, Chicago Actors Studio. It's off Elston. It's got a parking lot. But it's 40% capacity, so only like 20 to 30 people can show up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's better than a Zoom mic, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Have you done? How many Zoom mics you done, man?
0.
Yeah, same here, man. I was just like, I don't see the point.
See, that's why it's worth it to me to get a theater, because that's how badly I want to do stand-up again. And so that's it. I don't know what time yet. 8 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
Probably is a standard time.
And
bring supplies. Wear BYOB.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thanks for being on the whatever podcast this is.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, thanks for having me, Tim.
It was a blast.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Cool.